All right, and we're live. Okay, we're live on TikTok. I've been playing Fortnite. How do I change that? Mm, Okay, it's gonna say that we're playing Fortnite for some reason. Guy in a couple of different poses. One of my favorite ones has been the pose. How are we doing? We're lagging. Let's check out this. We're gonna stream on TikTok. Okay. Alright. Right. We have 12 minutes. I'm practicing pretty much like forms and poses, but with my character, which is a little guy with a hat. He's a lot younger than the picture in the reference, so I'm going to be changing a couple of things and anatomically wise. Let's see where are we getting the echo from. Let's mute this. I'm doing just practicing some action poses for my character, and once these have a timer going, worth posting on YouTube posts, like the community posting. So we got the stomach. I think this arm needs to be higher. Stomach right here, and then the leg. Okay, clean up a little bit. So the left arm usually has the band. Let's uh, do the wrapping. I say also like when we're drawing, it's good to always have good references, just to make sure that we struggle less. Well, our imagination isn't all there. We're drawing from our imagination. It takes a lot more effort when drawing. It's a lot more decisions that you got to make. But when you have a good reference, you can just forget about thinking too much and just do. The buffering. Do something simpler, somebody just looking straightforward. Start the timer in a second. We can close all these things up just to make the stream a little smoother because YouTube is suffering. Okay, now it says, does it say it's better? Yeah, it's better now. And it's back to lagging. Open widgets, the signal is poor. Not receiving enough. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. And put this one up here. We're gonna get started right away. Timer over here. We got 12 minutes again. Remembering his structure. Also because I changed his age in a way. I'd be so nervous trying to finish that within the time. Oh no, that helps me. The timer helps me just stay focused and stay on top of drawing and not looking at other stuff or getting distracted. Um, so it keeps me focused. Uh, Okay. So we're drawing my OC today since I'm working on my comic book. And how are we doing? Let's see if it's responsive. Okay. Okay, and I'll start cleaning up some of the stuff. No data. Mm-hmm. We can close this. Close that. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, now since I feel like there's no wind in this scene, I'm just gonna draw the waistband going down. Let's see. Mm, And we can bring his head lower. Make it taller. Mm. Getting back into the groove of live stream can be a little daunting sometimes, especially because I've been moving around for the past couple of months. I want to make sure that service is good and the speed is all right. But from what I'm seeing, everything's fast. It's slowing down. All right, so we got this first drawing, which turned out pretty good. he's leaning. You don't get to see the bottom of the hat so much. So I'm also thinking about 3D space and how his hat tilts. So from here, you can see the bottom of it a lot more. But then when his hat is tilting forward, you get to see more of the top. So we can erase all this. Here, a little lower. Just want to do some non-thinking drawings. So let's go to Dragon Ball Z. Let's load it up. Dragon Ball. Been collecting a lot of cool images lately. Let's go ahead and draw this Gohan real quick. I'm just gonna on the clock. That's my Dragon Ball folder. Let's move it up. Just like placeholders and shapes. Placeholders and shapes. And one hand comes out here. The other hand there. This is the most beast Gohan that I've ever seen. Even his expression. Hey Will, welcome. We're drawing Beast Gohan for right now. Just taking a little break from my drama I will see today, but alright, we have 6 minutes left. When we got 5 minutes, I'll focus more on drawing the hair and the face. It's a lot of should be fine. Okay. And the cape. Gone with the wind. My spiky hair is a little bit more round than spiky. I just think the spike being too spiky. The hand is pretty much invisible there. Use some nails to draw in more characters in my style. We'll take a quick bathroom break and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Smart. Why you say that? Are we connected? Let's see. All right. Working. All right, let's start the 12 minutes. All right, so usually start with the circle. Its face is going to be simple. Let's bring it up a little bit. It's always good to have the reference of the character that you're drawing with the reference of the post that you're drawing. All right, here my character looks a little older. Let's go with this guy. Let's see. Hmm, there we go. All right, so over here, how's the house of this stream? Says it's excellent now. The second passing is like this muscle memory. Okay. Maybe that is here. Okay. Make his chest a lot smaller. He's supposed to be 11 years old, but he's a 11-year-old farmer. So, the farmer strength is a little different than regular people. The grip is a little different, the structure. So, he's a farmer. We are farmers. All right, opening up. Let's erase this. I'm also working on another pose with the horse, with his donkey. His horse. He's also a Dominican kid, so I don't know if you heard about Dominican baseball players. They'll always claim they're 13 when they're 25. So I don't know. The whole birth certificate thing isn't too clear, so he's still 11. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All right, everything seems to be pretty smooth. Let's have this wrap. Hey, Damien. Hey, we got the two little things that come off here. And instead of a tail, he has his wrap, his waist wrap that comes down here. And the hand, one finger, two fingers. Hey, Wood, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We're drawing my OC in a Gohan pose. Okay. all the fingers down. Let's do the hat now. His head is a little tilted, so let's see if we got a reference for a hat. Should be something like that, I think. See, we got his hat going up. And the time is up. Alright, so we're just gonna finish this one real quick, and we're at 117. Let me see something real quick. I did a hat one time that I like had that hat turned down because it gave a little bit of there we go, this hat. Okay, go back and let's add some details. Like small details sometimes that just indicate something. Can make it a little bit rounder actually. Although as time passes, these hats take on their own shape. But yeah, so I'm just gonna add some of this just to indicate that it's round. And then over here, some shadow over there. And we can just add some of these. A couple of reasons why I'm not happy with the second one. It's like the body structure and the shoulders look a little funky. Let's erase the noses over there. Oh yeah, forgot about the wrap goes all the way up to the knuckles. Okay. EM Comics, welcome, welcome. Night Guards 6542, welcome to the stream. Okay. I'm about to change the pose real quick. About to do the next one. Just giving it some final touches. So the reason why he has a wrap on his hand is because when so that's there's a story behind this is pretty much a warm up. Now the real drawing that I want to finish is this one, where he turns into well the reference is the Akira, the movie Akira, when he's walking to his bike. And the way I've been doing it is I've been introducing all my characters, and so I introduce this character like that, and then I post them up on top of a hill. And when I introduce a tree monster, this is his pose, and then the rock monster, Okro, and this is in the scene because I need to get better at drawing backgrounds, and this like minimal back makes it easier. Let's actually bring these guys up there. Along. Can you just select more than one? Nope. Oh yeah, we go. Tail of a donkey slightly. I go like a lion's tail a little bit. Okay, it's a lot shorter. Got one ball here. Disconnect. Oh. And let's see. Bring it over here. Everything smaller. Bit of a square butt. Bring it together even more. There's a name for when things are connected like that. I don't really remember what that's called, but it's not good to have it just because it looks like it's one part. Make a small hunk a little smaller too. Let's add the stripes. There's there should be a story behind the stripes. The species of donkey. Yeah. Erase that. Something about a cylinder going up like that. And everything would curve. That's pretty much. I think the girl should be better. If I can just leave them like that. Okay. Maybe even more open. So you can see less bottom of the hat. But I just like the curve, the top of the shoulder here. And then, so it's a bit of foreshortening or perspective. So just keep that in mind as I. Mm, like just it's barely visible. And making it feel like it's coming towards you, or then it's shortening. But splitting is coming to the right, coming to the left. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see something. How do I see? Mm. Categorize TikTok in a better way so that it tells people who are joining that I'm drawing, that I'm doing art, and not playing Fortnite. Okay. Looks like they're going up that way. See, the other leg ends here, so that means his knee. Let's make it thinner. Not bad. Let's see how it looks. Like, not too bad. Gotta shrink his back a little bit more. That's the muscle up here. Skip this song. Actually, never mind. I just didn't like that it had lyrics. I like this to zone out. Okay. Okay, we can move this guy over there. Make him a little bit bigger. We can add his stick of choice. How was that before? It was coming, yep. So the strap coming from this side and the stick coming up like that. Again, make it thinner in the bottom. We're almost 2 hours mark. Almost at the 2 hours mark. And we got it coming down like that. And then we'll grab this title. We'll grab it from now. Just so that we can have it there. So Hey DJ. And what else? Yeah, so the donkey. Just gonna rework his anatomy a little bit. Is he going this way? Got one arm leg there. Make his legs a little bit smaller. What's in this? Is that beat gonna drop? Mm, nope. No, we can skip this. And we have something here. Mm, I think we should make the donkey even smaller. Oh. Okay, so time to ink. So inking is not so much fun. Disconnect this thing. So we got this done earlier. Oh, that's something else. Let's see, motorcycle. Yeah, inking is not so much fun for me. The funnest part for me is the sketching part. Coming up with the idea. Mm-mm. And we got the shadow. Go back to the stick. Okay, so this is my inking brush, super thin. Let's group all these up. And the sketch as well. Bring down the opacity to 50, about 50%. Let's take that out for now. Let's see the size of this canvas. 4.5 by 11. Should be, yep, the same size. Okay, let's start with the donkey first. Alright, let's see. So this is the perspective. Mm, mm, And this is my donkey over here. Bring it out. So as I'm drawing this, I have to remember that he's looking, the camera is from above. So I have to remember to keep that in mind. Change this eraser for, let's see how this horse is looking. So his ears more back here. And this eye is a little visible. Mm -mm -mm -mm. Alright, let's do this ear. Donkeys do have longer ears than horses. Elena, Lunchy, welcome, welcome. Lunch is served. Reading people's names. It's like, I think you're saying their name, but sometimes you're saying just a word. Yeah, so donkeys have longer ears than horses. So this guy will have even longer. Alright, and biggest trick when you're drawing something that you've never drawn is not to get stuck in the details and just keep going. And as you get better, as you start facing new challenges, you have to fix things. Alright. Take this. Where's the chat? Yeah, we can have this up. Okay. Get the first stripe. Let's just do the back. Let's see the side. Make it a little bit more round. Hey, this is JS. Welcome. And let's add the tail, pin the tail to the donkey. Actually like how that turned out, so let's just fill that up and then fill this one up. Whoops. Means there's an opening here. And there we go. There we go. Let's erase over here. And give hints. of structure by just making little dots. I'm also hinting by making these lines on top that there's supposed to be a saddle there. Maybe I can also just draw more of the hair there. Then I can fill this up. Oops. Oops. So a trick about becoming a better artist is to take shots that you like and imitate it. Learn from those, study from the greats. So that way you can push your creative skills to another level. And it's gonna be a little uncomfortable. I'm getting a call. Let's see if I can pick it up through here. Where is this call? Okay. Let me see if it goes. Hello? Yeah, I'm almost done. Oh wow. What are you doing? Oh, okay. See you later. Bye bye. Okay. Seems to be giving it a hint of structure. And how the hair comes down the middle of the donkey's back. Let's give it just a little bit of lines over there. Overlap in there. I feel like I'm gonna have to make this head a little smaller. And right there. Alright, we did that. Now let's just gray it out so that we can block out this donkey. Let's use orange. Let's see if this orange is, yep, this orange is not so bright. Boom. Even though you can't see that there. Gotta remember to hold the pencil a little softer. When you're painting for a lot of time, for a long time, it's good to hold the pencil softer because you don't want to strain your fingers or get carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel. You can like this. Hey Rafik, welcome to the live. Oh, wait a minute. I moved. Oh, did everything shift? Let me see. Hmm. Let me just reset my webcam real quick. Where's the open? Okay. As we draw, we erase. Fun thing is that you can just tap here and you can switch from eraser to pencil. That makes it easier. You just clean up as you go. Alright, drag and drop. And let's see. Now we're gonna make it gray. This gray, boom. Delete this one. Boom. Let's add some of this. Actually, gonna make another layer to add some of these darker shadows. Right under the chin. Right over here. And over. Actually, maybe not that one. Maybe here. That should be good. Alright, now to ink this guy. Scoop the donkey. Scole burro. Burro. What did I erase? Oh, I hit the title. Boom, 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 boom. Did anything with it, but finally it's about time that I finish this comic book. So I have to Get comfortable with the uncomfortable and start to understand anatomy better, and the things won't be sometimes clear, but I have to go on regardless. All right, we got the elbow here. Do the hand. Let's see if I can get away with that. As long as you hint layers of, oops, it's a little bit too thick. So unless something is hinted here, like dimension, should be fine. Let's check out this other guy. Okay, the girl has the arm out like that. Let's disconnect this and connect the phone. We don't want to make this waist thing too long. Let's see this guy over here. His hands are curving in. This guy's hand is curving out. Let's see if we can go with this guy's hand better. Mixture of both hands. That's too tall. Elbow. I think I may have done his waist too long. Oh. Let's grab the sketch and bring him up. Yeah, this look. Yeah, I think that's much better. And then his legs also. Erase away over here. His feet smaller. All right, let's go back to the layer, inking layer. Oops. Okay. Make Funny that the this guy has his hands also, how do you say, folded? Yeah, that's even better. I can copy that straight up as it is. But maybe bring it even higher. Because perspective. There's ankle here coming out. His foot comes out and then curves right there. Let me get out of the way so you can see. There you go. Oops, the wrong way. Let me see. Is it legible? I'm trying to see if the mirror thing doesn't work. Okay, never mind that. Okay, we added his famous chancletas. Actually, if I move this way, then I put this one here. No, that's not comfortable. Okay, feel like I'm almost done with this. I'm pretty proud of this so far. Tackling something like an angle that I never draw in. Good to practice these weird angles. Oops. Yeah, I should grab a bunch of like famous shots and just put my character in just so that I keep just draw things that people, the greats have drawn. That way I can practice some of this tough, um, the tough part of creating is putting yourself in uncomfortable positions and, conquering that beast. Umi, welcome to the stream. Brit, welcome. Okay. Uh, Draw it more going back instead of to the side. I usually draw them. Usually always draw it to the side. Okay. Now if we take away the ink, what do we got? Okay, see something wrong over here. Peace. Well, that's a little better. And just gonna like this here. Some shadow. And the biggest shadow that he will have is behind his hat. Once we take away the sketch. Not bad, not bad. Sort of like this rough look. Like one, the pencil I'm using to ink gives that feeling. And a little while ago I drew one of my characters and it had a lot of these little lines and it gave it like an ambience. I'm gonna stick with that. Let's make it more there. Alright, let's go at this. Boom. We're gonna draw the stick. And right here. So now we connect it from here to there by pressing on the holding in the pencil creates a straight line. Let's do it again. Maybe a little thinner. There we go. I'm trying to imitate this top part, so that's telling me that the cylinder pretty much is everything's going down that way. as I'm drawing the middle of the staff that has some sort of wrapping as well. Okay, now we can draw this cord. What is it? Maybe we can just draw a little pouch. And okay, connect it there, connect it there. Set some markings to the tree. The stuff. Okay. Now we can go back to block it out. Should we do, yeah, let's do orange again, just because it pops more. We can hide the sketch layer. Oops. A long time since I've done inking and this part of the drawing on string. Usually I do just the sketch on string, but today we gotta try different stuff as we go, right? I'm just gonna leave it at the block out stage. Oops. Oh, I forgot about this side. Yep. Caveat. The next step for me to get better at is to get better at backgrounds. So those things I gotta also practice. And then the stuff, we can do it gray. Let's see something real quick. Back to gray. Alright, time to add some of these darker shadows. Even though I already started adding them, but I feel like I gotta add more. I'm wondering if I should go back to just this. Yeah, I should do it with a small brush. And just so that it keeps the same look. Okay. Gonna finish filling up all these empty gaps. Oh, this is the new. Wait, what? Oh, that's delete right there. And let's add some other colors. So clipping mask. I believe this is maybe this one. Yeah, that's it. So the hat should be this color. The pants like this. The bands should be one of these grays. But before we go, let me just paint the fingers a little bit better. Oh, that's funny. So that's khaki. Is this khaki? Even bright lighter, like that. I'll just leave it like this for now. Let me see this gray. And maybe this is the gray for that. Pretty much the wraps. But then I will check with my drawings before just to make sure that it's the same color. Let's see, and then the sandals should be this. We gotta fill up that a little bit better. Oh yeah, so for the oops, should have this first. Wrong. Let's go with the staff. Let's also color this thing right here. Let me see. Where is this? And make it look better. Okay. Just color it with this Persian. Clip mask, clipping mask. I think that's a little bit on the brown side. Maybe this one. Let's see. Really good. That color, then the pouch should be more the same thing he uses as a slingshot. And then the rope should be, let me see this. Okay, this one is that gray. Okay, and then last but not least, just gotta, oops, gotta fill up this part right there. Okay, let's finish the donkey. Is it the right gray? This one? And around the eye. Hey, what's up, Miles? I didn't see you there. Color this part in. What else needs to be colored? That's it. We add the title. Later on we can work on those shadows, but for now I just want to just have that. And then the floor, let's do some fun floor. Again, same size brush, tiny brush. Just add some debris on the floor to make it look like it's a floor that let's use the boom and color the floor. Let's color it with a bit of a round brush, some color blue. There we go. Bring it up a little bit more. Oh. Anyways. Let's use the airbrush, soft brush. Make it darker blue. We have a watercolor painting. Watercolor. What is this? Soft brush. Let's blend this a little bit. And soft pastel, let's do this. Doesn't look normal. Okay. Now we'll just write something that makes sense on top of this. In red with a oil painting. But I have to look at that. a bit better. All right, and there we have it. Feel like we can leave it here for now. Been a fun